Hello, friend, and welcome to Oberlin College's Mudd Center. Within the robust walls of this immense structure are housed the college's computing center, various study lounges, and the main campus library. Today we're going to talk about the architecture of this titanic fortress of knowledge, discuss how it relates to the purpose of being an educational center point for students on campus. Mudd Center was built in 1974 by Warner, Burns, Tone, and Lundy architects from New York. Its exterior is composed of limestone and glass, and its interior is primarily concrete and cinder blocks. The use of stone is not obvious here. There is no attention particularly brought to this fact. Rather, the important thing is that it is a tremendously sturdy substance, very similar looking to concrete. These stones are almost seamlessly placed together in wide planes around the outside, giving the building a very solid and permanent feel. This feeling is exaggerated in the front because the only windows are small recessed squares along the upper floors. This lack of windows gives the facade of being a very formal, almost institutional structure. The person entering will know that this building has a purpose, and a very important one at that. This massive cement-like feel of the building is sharply contrasting with the space around it. Mudd is surrounded by Wilder Bull, a very flat area full of grass and trees. Most of the other buildings in the area are built of stone, but in a much older classical style. Students walk across the peaceful oasis of Wilder Bull straight into the massive gaping mouth which is the entrance to Mudd. There is nothing building up to this structure. It is not on a hill or blended in with other buildings. It is just rising out of the quad for all of those around to take notice of and revere as their scholastic deity. This feeling is even more exaggerated when the building is approached at nighttime. Students walk through the quad to the peaceful sounds of the evening, and then, suddenly in front of them, cutting a hole in the darkness, is this ocean liner in the dark sea, this massive structure with lights beaming out of its gaping entranceway, beckoning and pulling them in to do its baneful bidding. The whole front of the building is formed around this tongue-like ramp, which comes out axially from the main entranceway. The floors above are placed in recessing levels, all converging on these glass doors in front of us. You will soon notice that while the exterior of Mudd Center is a monotonous dull color with almost no texture, the interior is vibrant and full of life, perfectly enticing to an overworked college student needing a place to be thoughtful and studious. Shall we go inside? Come on, let's take a look. As one walks into the first floor of Mudd, it becomes immediately obvious that this building was designed in the 70s. Take a look around. To the left we have periodicals and a study lounge. To the right is the main circulation desk. Anybody who has spent any amount of time in this country will realize that the furniture, artwork, and glaring colors consistent throughout this building are all styles of the 1970s. The organization throughout the library is very loose, but varies from floor to floor. In the basement is the computing center and the late-night study lounges, which are strictly divided up into different sections related to the specific purpose of each room. The main areas of the library, however, being the second and third floor stacks and study lounges, are very flowing and loosely organized. There are few sections designated for certain purposes, and truly a wide variety of activities take place here. Let's go up to the second floor and take a look at what is really the heart of the library. As you can see, the walls are all made of cement, with support beams placed regularly throughout. On this floor, the 70s interior design motif is even more apparent. Everything on this floor was put here to match that style. From the texture of the ceiling and lights, the brightly colored walls, the artwork, the pattern on the carpet, the study carrels, and the collage of foam furniture in the central study area. All of these things are related to a specific theme whose purpose is to make college students relax and feel comfortable studying here. The environment succeeds in being perfectly informal while still supplying all the necessary needs of a place of study. The space here is organized in a centripetal way, with the area behind me as the center and the rest of this space orbiting around it. This building is beautifully symmetrical. This provides for a very open feeling which eradicates any sort of claustrophobia that a student may have. If need be, there are private study lounges dispersed throughout the area, but the purpose is that this be an open space. Let's take a walk around the perimeter of this floor, just so that you can get a better feel of how the space is laid out. While we go, make sure to notice the furniture and how it is laid out. Notice how it provides in every way for this to be a comfortable place, yet made for the purpose of serious students who have work to do and are intent upon getting it done. Books. Study carrot. A common study. Wasn't that fun? Now, let's go up to the third floor so that we can get a more well-rounded feel of the building. This is the Asian Studies area of Mudd Library. It is the center of this floor and has a balcony behind me looking over the area with the colored couches on the second floor. Behind me is also more of the 70s style artwork that I was talking about earlier. Some people will refer to it as a slightly psychedelic, but I prefer not to use such passé terminology. I prefer the word Art Nouveau. We still have not seen nearly the whole library. The receding levels apparent from outside are senior honor individual study lounges. On the fourth floor are more study lounges, stacks, and faculty offices, all of which are around a central courtyard. We have seen the essence of the building, though, and hopefully enough to give you a good image of the architecture and interior design of Mudd Center. I hope that you enjoyed the tour. I always enjoy walking through Mudd. There is such a variety of places to study and work, and the openness creates a social feeling not attainable in many places. Anytime I need a study break, I can just get up and take a walk around, bumping into a friend to have a talk, or just enjoying the architecture. One of the nicest things, though, is that it really inspires me to work. Part of the reason is that there are so many other hard-working people all around me, but mainly because it is really a very comfortable place to be. It doesn't make me feel alienated with the formal atmosphere. Fortunately, the relaxed 70s feel still grooves with students today. It may not be the latest in style as it was when the building was first put up, but it has been done in good enough taste that the people can still enjoy the visual manifestations within. Mudd is truly a fortress of intellectual activity, and this feeling seems to rub off on all those who enter. Well, I've got to be going now. The day is wearing on and there's work to be done. I hope you enjoyed the tour and have a wonderful day.